let's practice solving a problem together. So it's always important to read what the information is that we are given. So fruit flies, that's our example organism, they can either have brown or they can have yellow bodies. Brown is the dominant color over yellow. So that means anytime a brown fruit fly is mentioned, they should have at least one capital letter. And in order to be a yellow fruit fly, you can't have any capital letters. So here's our problem right here. A homozygous dominant brown fly and homozygous yellow fly are crossed. What is the chance that they could have yellow offspring? Well, we need to use our 6 steps that we just learned. And so the first step, if you recall, is to create labels for your traits. So it says to use big B and little b. So big B is going to represent the dominant trait. What was that again? That's right, it was brown. So anything that has a capital B will be brown. And then anything with a lowercase b is going to be yellow. And this is just useful because it helps you remember what your letters mean. Step 2 was we need to create the parent cross. Well, we know that we're crossing a homozygous dominant brown fly and a homozygous yellow fly. Let's worry about the first parent first. Homozygous dominant. What does that mean again? That means 2 of the same letters, and because it's dominant, they're both capital letters. So I know this parent is capital B, because it's brown. And let's look at the second parent now. So we put an X here to show that they're crossing. The second parent is homozygous, but it's yellow. Homozygous, again, means 2 of the same letters, but in this case it's yellow, so it can't have any capital B's. That means that this parent's genotype has to be big B, little b. Moving on, step 3, create your Punnett square. This is very simple. You just draw a square with a cross in it, and you make 4 boxes. Now, if you remember the last tutorial, now we just put our parents on the top and side and combine the letters inside. So we can take our first parent and put it on the top of the boxes, separating the alleles. Then we take our second parent, put that on the sides. Now let's combine our letters. Remember, capital letters always go first, and we're just going to be combining these similar to how we would a graph. So this B combines, and then this little b combines here, and we're going to keep combining them. So now we have our Punnett square completed. Now step 4. Step 4 was to list the possible genotypes of offsprings. So what you need to actually write is genotype so that I know you know you're talking about genotypes. And you need to tell me the possible genotypes. Now in this Punnett square, we only see one possible genotype for offspring, and it's heterozygous, capital B, lowercase b. You could write heterozygous if you would like to. But we also need to write the fraction probability or the percent probability. Now since all of them are big B, little b, we could say that there's a 100% chance of that happening. You must include a probability as well. Step 5 is making sure to include your phenotypes. So this is the part where we have to actually look back at our genotype and figure out what color that meant. So if there was one capital B at least, it's going to have the dominant trait. The dominant trait was brown color. Therefore, we're going to say that there is a 100% chance that brown fruit flies are made. Now lastly, step 6. Step 6 is asking, what is the chance that they could have any yellow offspring? Well, if we look back at our Punnett square, is there a chance of yellow offspring? If we look back at our phenotype, it says no. So we say no, no, oh, I'm sorry. Let me erase that. So there is no chance of yellow flies. Or you could write there is 0% chance, or something like 0 out of 4 chances, anything like that. And then we just circle our answer, and now you've solved a Punnett square problem.